The gospel today is from Matthew chapter 11, verses 25 through 30. And it's probably one of the most comforting verses in the Bible where Jesus says, "Come to me, those who are burdened, those who are weary, and I will give you rest. My yoke is easy, my burden light." And I found reading this during the time that we're in right now such a reminder of where I need to place my trust. Last night, a friend of my husband sent a video to him, and it was just incredible. And it was a man, and he was speaking, and he said, if I hold a football, it has no power. It might be worth whatever it costs, $5. But if you put that football in the hands of Ben Roethlisberger, it's worth millions. He was saying, if I hold a basketball in my hands, it's worth whatever it costs. 10, $11. I don't know what they cost. But if you put that basketball in the hands of TJ McConnell, it's worth millions. Or LeBron James, bazillions. And so he was talking about how, if we put our life in our own hands, it's worthy, but it can be worth so much more if we put our life in the hands of our God. And so often we try to control our own lives. We try to do what we want to do, and we try to think that what we desire and what we want is best. And we can become overwhelmed and filled with fear. We recently moved back to the Pittsburgh area, and I found out that if I want to continue teaching high school theology, which has been my passion for years, for the last 4 years, I have to get my master's in theology. And so there's a reality hitting me right now that I might not be able to do what I know God has called me to do. I know that He has sent me, He's given me the gift of leading young adults, teenagers to Him. And there's the reality of I might not be able to do that now. And so there's fear. I can be overwhelmed. I can feel, especially in this time of unrest in our world. We are so divided. We are dealing with a pandemic. It just seems like everything is just out of control around us. That video reminded me that, yes, if I try to figure this all out, I am going to be overwhelmed. If I try to decide what is best for me and where to go and what to do in this time of my life, I am going to feel lost and confused and overwhelmed. And so this scripture tells me, give this to Him. Put this in His hands. I'm weary. I'm overwhelmed. I'm feeling a little burdened right now. I don't know how to respond to the things that are going on. What do I say to my son? What do I say to my students? What do I support? What don't I support? It's overwhelming. So I go to Him and I say, Lord, let my words be yours. Let my thoughts be yours. Let my actions be yours. May your will be done in my life right now. And I give my life to Him. I put my life in His hands. And I'm given a sense of peace, a knowledge, a sense of knowing that all will be well because it's in His hands. And so I guess my challenge to you this week is try to give Him a little bit more of your life today than you did yesterday. Try to allow Him to take your life in His hands a little bit more tomorrow than you did today. Because our life, we are so worthy. He created us in his image and likeness, and we are worthy. But when we allow him to take control, what he can do with our lives is greater than anything that we can imagine. Have a great week.